it says Velif Kotab, which means to lament for someone, to like be sad for someone. And here in this word, the letter Kaf is small because Abraham always had Sarah always had a place in his heart because it was his wife for 127 years of his life. Well, yeah, around that. So she always had a place in his heart, and he never forgot about her, even though he married someone else later on. He never forgot about her. And also, here, Sarah had her purpose on earth. She was brought here to give birth to Isaac, the father who will be father of Yaakov, who will be father of the 12 tribes. So her purpose was complete, like how we all have our own purposes. For example, Eliyahu, he hasn't completed his purpose because his purpose was to bring Mashiach to the land, to earth, to save us all. That is his purpose. That's why he hasn't died to this day. And Abraham also completed his purpose, which was to give, to be a father of nations. Yaakov completed his purpose, being father of all 12 tribes. And then we haven't completed our purposes, which is to spread the word and serve Hashem and raise our neshama, lower our nefesh.
Yes.
And
yes.
And also I want to talk about Ephraim. He, in this parasha, it first mentions him with like his full name, Ephraim with a vav. But because he charged Abraham 400 shekels, his name was changed and the vav was removed from his name. Originally, his name, Ephraim, means from the dust or from the earth. But being changed, it means like a scammer.
Wow.
So that's the one letter changed the whole name completely. He went from a man from the earth to the scammer, or like the scammer. And here he charged Abraham 400 shekels of silver, which is roughly around $400,000 nowadays, for a cave and a land. Meanwhile, we see later on in the book of Bereshit, it says that Yaakov only paid 100, I think it was 100 shekels or 100 keys. I forgot the word, but he paid much less for his land in Shechem. So we see how overpriced Ephron charged him for that land. We also see that Sarah, like how you said, Sarah, it states here that she lived 100 years, 20 years, and 7 years. Because when she was 100, she was as beautiful as she was when she was 20. And when she was 20, she was as innocent as she was when she was 7. So we see that, and with her name actually means a mother of nations, with the hey, but without the hey and with the yod, it means like a princess. That's what Sarai means. But Sarah means mother of nations. Same with Abraham. Abraham means father of nations. And I can't remember what Abraham meant, but the names drastically changed based off how it's spelled. So that's why we have to be careful with how we pronounce Hebrew as well, because if we mispronounce one word, it could be completely different. For example, the word name is Shem. If we mispronounce it, saying Shen with a nun at the end, it means like tooth or teeth. So we have to be extremely careful, because if we say Baruch Hashem is blessed is the name, but if we say Baruch Hashem is blessed is the tooth. So we have to be really careful with that. Same with the name, like Yud Kei Vav Kei. We have to be very careful as well not to pronounce it, because we can't know like the full meaning of the name. Well, we know the meaning, but like the full pronunciation, because on Yom HaKippur, we see that the Kohen Gadol would pronounce the name. He wouldn't even say it. He would just open his mouth and the name would come out by itself. And everyone would fall down faint. And then when they would wake up, they would forget the name. People say that only Judah knows the name, but in reality, no one knows the name. So that's why there's different variants of the name, like Adonai, Elohim, Hashem, Shaddai, Hakadosh Baruch Hu, and those are mainly for prayer, like Elohim, Adonai, and Shaddai are the three that are used for praying or for reading the Torah. And then there are the variants for just speaking normally, which is Elohim, Shakai, and Adokai, which those are the ones we can use. Also Hakadosh Baruch Hu and like Father or Hashem, those we can use when speaking normally, like in a conversation. We could use those names, because the other names are specially for praying, for reading the Torah, and etc. So this is what I wanted to speak about.